We are going to do something a little bit crazy here. We're going to attempt to improve the sense of smell with neurology drills over the next 30 minutes. And we're going to specifically target the cerebellum and the insula because a lot of people since 2020, they've had issues with their cerebellum and insula, and it has impacted smelling. People are traveling great distances and paying large sums of money to try and get their sense of smell improved, and in a lot of cases not having success. And so I've got this series of drills that we're going to do together that they've had mixed results. For some people, it is an incredible improvement in the sense of smell. For some people, it is a slight improvement in the sense of smell, and for other people, because the reason that they're not smelling is different than what we're addressing, they don't see any change. So because of that, because there's those three groups, I want to post this training for free. And the way it's going to work is when we get to the end, if you get a great result or a positive result, figure out how much that's worth and buy something from me if you can. Either way, we're gonna make this work, and we're gonna help some people improve their sense of smell. There's a PDF that you're gonna want to download. You can get it at visiontraining.com/smell, and we're gonna be working through that on this video. And it has the drills and the way to record the results of the drills so that you know what drills to do in the future to improve your sense of smell. Again, one thing to keep in mind, this video is for entertainment purposes only. It's not designed to diagnose or treat any condition. I am not a medical professional. I do like smelling, and I do smelling better, and I'm going to share what has worked for me. Let's get into it. Want you to you're probably going to hit pause a couple of times during this. You're going to want to have some scents to smell, and you can use soaps. I have lemon, lavender, eucalyptus, and peppermint. And it doesn't have to be those, but they are great ones to use. You can also use oils, especially if you have a very low sense of smell. These will work better if you have a low sense of smell. These will work great if you have some smell because they're not quite as strong. You can use blends and mixes. It doesn't have to be pure scents. We've got On Guard, which is like Thieves, Breathe, Deep Blue, Past Tense, and Terra Shield. And it doesn't have to be those. It can be the individual scents, or it can be other combinations. If you don't have either of those, you can use spices from your kitchen. Just try and pick a variety, and ones that you have either a problem smelling or that you don't smell at all. And if you can find at least one that you can smell a little bit, it would be awesome. So what we're going to do is go through these and smell them one by one and see how we are smelling right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug one nostril and sniff, and then plug the other nostril and sniff. And it's very important that you don't touch any of these to your nose because we don't want that scent there the entire time. If you're using soap, you can do it with the lid on, you can do it with the lid off, you can puff it a little bit to increase the scent. Whatever you need to do, just be consistent on it. So on peppermint, I'm about a 3 on the right and a 2 on the left. About a 5 and a 1 on lemon. A 7 and a 3 on lavender, and a 4 on eucalyptus. So that's our baseline. You're going to want to have that for each of the scents that you're smelling. Next, what I want you to do is palm your eyes so you don't see any light whatsoever. You've got the meaty part of your palms hitting the bony parts around your eyes, blocking all the light. Close your eyes, then do a double inhale through your nose, a 10 count exhale through your mouth, and a 5 count empty lung hold. Then another double inhale, 10 count exhale through your mouth, 5 count empty lung hold. Double inhale through the nose, 10 count exhale through the mouth, 5 count empty lung hold, and then we're going to end with a double inhale. And then uncover your eyes. Things will probably be brighter and crisper, maybe shockingly, and we'll get into the reasons for that on the website at visiontraining.com/smell. But now we're going to go through the test again. That helped me on both sides, so a 4 and a 3, and I'm going to put pluses next to both of those. Six and 3 for me. So I'm going to put 2 pluses on the left side. That stayed about the same. 7 and 3, so no change. And that stayed the same, 4 and 4. So if I add up the pluses, I got 2 on the right side and 3 on the left for a total of 5. So this is how I'm writing it down. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to tap along the ridge of the nose. Here, a little bit on the outside, a little bit on the actual nose. And we're just going to do that for about 20 seconds. All right, and then going to sniff again. That improved both for me. The right side stayed the same, the left side improved. Right side stayed the same, left improved. That actually went down on the left side for me. So I'm going to put a minus in there. I'm going to add up the positives and subtract the minus. And then we're going to go to the next one. This is, we're going to swallow multiple times in a row, 5 times, without resalivating, without adding saliva to our mouth. And you can rub your throat at the same time that you do this. And this can be very hard for some people. This is a very challenging drill for me. It's very easy for others. It should not be as challenging as it is for me if everything was working the way that it's supposed to be. Again, it is way more challenging than you would think it is for some people. So do that 5 times, and then we're going to sniff again. Went up on the left side, stayed the same on the right. Same on both. Went up on the left. And those stayed the same. So what I've got so far is this. One had a +5, another had a +3, and the last one had a +2. Next one that we're going to do is we're going to gargle or hum for time. So you can just hum, and you can hum through your nose or you can hum through your mouth. Or you can gargle. And probably should talk. I'm going to set my timer. Or not set my timer, I'm going to use my stopwatch. And I'm going to go for 20 seconds. And I'm going to try it again. That actually went down on both sides on peppermint. That went down on lemon. So lavender stayed the same on the right and went up on the left. And let's see, I already did that one. That stayed the same. So I went backwards 3 and forwards 1 on that one for a -2. So what that means for me is that if 20 seconds gave me a bad response, I would try it again later, doing it only 10 seconds, and see if that gives me a good response, because we've got the drill, which may or may not be good, and we've got the dosing of the drill, which may be too little, it may be perfect, or it may be too much. In this case, it was probably too much. Next is air hunger. And with air hunger, what we're going to do is breathe all the way out and then hold our breath for time. And I'm going to reset my clock, and I'm going to see if I can hold my breath for 20 or 30 seconds. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I did that incorrectly. I'm going to breathe all the way in and then breathe all the way out. And then with empty lungs, I'm going to hold my breath. All right, so that was 25 seconds, and I could have kept holding my breath, but I didn't want to push things too far like I did on the last drill. I wanted to do it until I just started getting uncomfortable, not until my foot was shaking or I was really trying to struggle to hold my breath. So now I'll try it again. That improved both sides. That improved both sides. That improved the left side. And that didn't do anything. So 2 and 3 is 5. And part of the reason why that may have done so good is because the drill before did bad. Yes, that worked out well. You may want to experiment with different orders on these drills to see if that impacts which ones work the best for you. But right now, don't worry about that. Next, we're going to do a resistance inhale through your fist. And we're going to use stopwatch again. And what I want you to try and do is a 10-second inhale through a closed fist where the opening is roughly the size of a coffee stirrer, maybe a little bit more. And I want you to feel the tension or the stress or the load of the resistance. So that was 10 seconds. And then I'm going to try it again. Very good on that one. No change on lemon. No change on lavender. And an improvement on both sides on eucalyptus. All right, next is a timed exhale. And so what I want you to do is do a nice deep double inhale in. So basically breathe in and then try and breathe in just a little bit more to stack air into your lungs. And then purse your lips and try and breathe out for a full 30 seconds. Eventually you can get to where you can do this for a full minute. But for now, just do it for 30 seconds. 20 seconds is about enough for you. Go ahead and stop there. You don't want it to be too high of a load again. And demonstrate. And that was 20, not 30. I started breathing too quickly. Wow, that was good. If you get over 10 for whatever reason in your scale of 1 to 10, just keep going. That was good again. That stayed the same. And that stayed the same for me. Next, what I'm going to have you do is pull your tongue, and you're probably going to want to use a Kleenex for this. And don't pull it to where it hurts, but you want to pull it so you have a sensation of the tongue being pulled a little bit near the back of the tongue. After you pulled it straight out, pull it out and to each side. And I should have said for pulling it straight out, do it for a 10 count. For pulling it to each side, do it for an additional 5 count. Awesome. I'm going to have a drink after that. Kleenex doesn't taste good. You may be able to do that without a Kleenex, and if you can, that's awesome. If you're going to be shaking people's hands afterwards or your hands aren't clean, I suggest using a Kleenex. That went backwards a little bit for me. That went backwards. That was worse for me. And that was better. So the reason why all of these are on here is because all of them have worked for people to improve smell. And some of them, as you were seeing with me, even though I have them on here and they have worked in the past, they are causing a negative response. So if you get a negative response, that's not that unusual to have it. And again, it could be because of the length of time, or it could be because it just the drill is too much for your central nervous system right now. With that, since a 10 count straight out and 5 to each side didn't work, I might test each one individually and see if it is maybe just pulling in one direction is bad. And since that was the last one I did, that's what it looked like the result was for all three. The other thing is you could reduce the time. You could do it 5, 5, and 5, or 5, 3, and 3, and see if that gives you a positive result. As far as splitting stuff out, this next one is a great example of that. What we're going to do is tongue circles, call them Mr. Ed drills, inside of the mouth. So what I want you to do is draw 5 circles in one direction, either clockwise or counterclockwise, and then 5 in the other direction. And the coordination of that may be a little challenging. That was great for me. That was great for me. That was great for me. And that was great for me. So that is by far the best one so far, and historically that has been the best one for me. Now this is where things get interesting, or may get interesting, trying the other side. So same thing, 5 circles clockwise, 5 circles counterclockwise, doesn't matter what you do first. And then try smelling again. That was actually a little bit worse. Same. Same. And same. So for me, the left side was a +10 and the right side was a -2. It's bizarre how that works. It has to do with the fact that doing one side and the other stimulate different sides of the brain. And if one side is underperforming, the additional load is helpful. And if it's already working where it should be, it may not be good to get additional stimulation or additional activation. Next one is tongue circles all the way around, and this is like Mr. Ed when he had peanut butter in his mouth, licking and making it look like he was talking. So do 5 in each direction. And try it again. That was better again for me. Same. And same. The next one is we're going to say a couple of words. Take a deep breath in, and I want you to say funny bunny as many times as you can with one breath before you breathe in again. And as fast as you can. Funny bunny, 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 funny bunny. If that is too easy for you, try fuzzy bunny. Fuzzy bunny. And you're probably going to want to test each of those. They work the cerebellum, and it's like having a different number of plates on the bar when you're lifting weights. Funny bunny is an easier one than the fuzzy bunny, and depending on how fresh and how strong your cerebellum is right now, it might prefer one to the other. That went down for me. Same. And the last one that we're going to do is hand slapping. So I want you to pick an area for your hand to slap, and then slap it back and forth, front and back. And I want you to try and go as fast as you can. So faster, faster, faster. And eventually, you'll either start flopping, getting limp, or stutter, or you'll start chopping instead of slapping. And that's a sign that your cerebellum has worn out, either because of endurance or because of the complexity of the drill. You can do it with both hands. And you may get a different result, so you can split that out if you want to, but you can just do one for now, and then try it again. That was a good one for me. Good again. This is what my chart looks like right now. And I went from, with peppermint, 3 and 2 to an 8 and an 8, lemon from a 5 and a 1 to an 8 and an 8, lavender from a 7 and a 3 to a 9 and a 9, and eucalyptus from a 4 and a 4 to an 8 and an 8. So a pretty big improvement on some of those. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at on the side here, circle the ones that had the biggest impact. So for me, it was air hunger, which is breathing all the way out and holding your breath, resistance breathing through the fist, tongue circles to the left, and hand slapping. And so what I want to do at the end, and then also eye palming and triangle breathing, but I'll tell you why I'm not including those. I'll go ahead and circle it. What I'm going to do is try and combine as many of these into a single drill as I can. So what I'm going to do is breathe out through my hand, and I'm going to do that for a 10 count. And then I'm going to hold my breath, and while I'm holding my breath, I'm going to do tongue circles and the hand clapping at the same time. So I'm going to do 4 drills that we just did together at the same time. And there's enough complexity here that it is acceptable and expected that there'll probably be a comical screw up, but we'll see. So breathe out. Actually, I'm going to breathe out for a 20 count. And that was very hard to do. And what we're doing when we're doing that is we're increasing the load on certain parts of the brain and basically forcing it to improve at a higher level. It's like increasing the amount of weight on the bar when we're in the gym. And by combining drills like that have shown a positive impact, a lot of times we can get a bigger positive impact. So that's explosive now. That's explosive now. So that combination worked very well for me. Who cares what it did for me? What did it do for you? Please share your results below and let me know which drills worked the best, which drills sucked, and whether you saw an overall improvement. What you want to do is, if you saw good results from this, do 1 to 2 minutes of these drills every morning. I like to do them in the shower. Sometimes I'll do the combined sequences, and you can print out one of these sheets and do the full work through, but most people don't have a half hour every day to do that. I certainly don't. So I pick and choose and do the clusters that I know have worked well for me in the past, and every once in a while I do this. The reason I do this is because loss of smell is a check engine light of the brain. It's not just the fact that smell and taste is impacted, it's that other sensory interpretation and other coordination and even balance issues are impacted, and it just so happens that our sense of smell is what we recognize and realize happen. Helping improve smell can help all sorts of different things beyond just smell and taste. Now, like I was saying, people regularly fly across the country and spend hundreds or thousands of dollars to try and fix smell, either to improve smell, or a lot of people since 2020 have gone through a period of time where they have smelled poo all the time or intermittently throughout the day when there wasn't any to smell. I have had that. It is not nice at all. And it's something that's worth knocking out. Not everyone has the resources to be able to fly to places that do those treatments or pay that much, even if they have the ability to get to them. And so with these drills, I really want you to take them, use them, enjoy them. If you got benefit from them, if you have the ability and have the desire, I'd like you to support what we're doing. You certainly don't need to, but there's a couple of ways that you can support what we're doing. Number one is you can like and share this video. And the other thing is you can buy stuff that I sell. I have materials that are on Amazon. I have materials that I'll link to below in the description. And there are lots of different options for other things that you can get from me that as a thank you for how you benefited from this video, that will help you with other stuff, even beyond this video. So I'd ask you to do that again. If you don't want to, if you don't have the ability to pay for it, just and share the video, and that would be awesome. If you want more neuro drills to make your brain work better and your life more amazing, I want to encourage you to subscribe to the video. And for more drills on scent and other neurology drills to help you just be a more awesome version of yourself, please head on over to visiontraining.com/smell and check it out. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope you got a great result from this. If you didn't get a great result from this, head on over to the website and let me know there. And because I may be able to quickly suggest who you should go to solve the challenge, or this was 13 drills out of about 50 that I have that help with smell. We could work together and possibly improve your sense of smell beyond what happened here, or if nothing happened here, get you some positive result. How long do these drills last? That is a very interesting thing. For whatever reason, if you lost your sense of smell, your brain habituated or made it a habit of the areas of the brain that control smell underperforming. What we want to do is, number one, bring them back online, which hopefully we just did that for you, or improve them. And number two, we want to habituate that or make that the new normal. And that takes repetition. So again, what I suggest that you do is do the drills, just pick an assortment, try combinations, and do a minute or two of this per day. And it can be in the shower, it can be when you're stopped at a stoplight. There's all sorts of dead space throughout the day where you can squeeze in a minute or two. If I am going to wash my hands before dinner, a lot of times I will do 30 seconds to a minute of drills before dinner so that I can taste dinner and smell dinner better. I want to encourage you guys to do that, and I'll look forward to hearing back from you. I look forward to hearing your results. Thanks a lot.